Hello, how are you? My name is Winnie Barawa. Welcome into our session on strategic thinking in healthcare. If you're new here, this is a channel where we do lectures on healthcare and all related causes in health. Welcome and be with me to the end. So, strategic thinking is actually a mental process where an organization management strives to develop a systemic and logical application or logical approaches in creating or innovating ways of dealing with a situation. So this is a mental idea or a process that we have where the organization management is trying to develop a systematic or logical approach
Processes
in
that we need to
creating
understand that
ways of
facilitate
dealing
the
with a
process
situation.
of critical or of strategic thinking. Sorry. And the first process or the first concept that assists in this is organization. So organization involves the means and ways of combining resources in order to help us achieve an ideal goal. So organization can bring in different resources in terms of either financial, human, or even physical to just ensure that this particular strategic thought that we have is put into an idea that is complete. Because even if you have a thought or an idea that you want to implement something, but you don't have the needed resources, then that idea is not ideal because it's not feasible. So in promoting visibility, critical strategic thinking requires availability of organization skills, and it is putting together resources in a way that will help us achieve the ideal goal. And the other skill is scanning. So in scanning is the process of assessing of a situation so as to become more aware of how to solve the problem more effectively and to be able to distinguish alternatives. So when you do the scanning approach or scanning skill is you assess, you're able to, yes, you're thinking, but you have this scanning ability to tell a given situation and its differentials so that you can effectively come up with an idea that can be used to solve the given situation. So it also helps you to distinguish between differences and alternatives or situations that might be look alike but not exactly what you're looking for. In the other processes or concepts that are proper in strategic thinking is viewing. So viewing is looking at it in terms of ability to have a diversified way of looking at a situation. So here we are saying a different way of thinking about a situation to help you think about outcomes and come with the critical elements and adjust those actions to achieve the goal. So remember in strategic thinking, we are looking at it in terms of the ideal goal. That's what we want to achieve. So if you're looking at viewing, then you're looking at the different thinking approaches that you can have or you can bring in a situation that is quite unique and that can make you look at your outcomes and get critical elements that maybe you want to focus on or you want to adjust also the approaches you want to use to get the ideal goal achieved. So viewing is a bit, it's like you're looking at critical thinking, but in a different way. Here you want to blend different thoughts and ways of thinking so that you can have a diversified approach to the particular situation. And the other part is driving forces. So driving forces is the process of setting your vision and mission in relation to the situation being thought about. So yes, you have the idea, you have the thought, you have this mental process that is helping us come up with intentions and ideas to solve a problem. But what is the driving force? What is the mission? What is the vision? And to remind us, under strategic planning, we said vision is actually that outcome goal that you're looking at to achieve. Well, the mission is how you're planning to achieve, like what is the approaches that you will use to achieve it. So you need these driving forces of vision and mission to let us set ourselves into that mental state where you can have a bigger picture of the solution or the intervention or the innovation that you want to come up with. And so knowing that we need critical or strategic thinking, it is therefore important to understand what are the competencies that can make our strategic thinking better. What are the key things that can make our strategic thinking better? So number one, we need critical interpretation of situation. Don't be a layman thinker, all right? as a strategic thinker, you need critical interpretation to situations. And the situations we are looking at here are situations that can trigger innovation, situations that can trigger creativity, situations that can trigger diversity and likes. And then we advise to have a system approach or a system perspective, whereby you have to appreciate that things are normally linked or ideas are normally linked. If you're thinking about health, what are the linking aspects or what are the linking factors? So if health can be linked to technology, then what are you thinking around those two linkages? What is about technology that you want to link to health? If you're linking about health and development, then how are these two linking together and bring those perspectives together? That is now system perspective. And of course, you have to be focused so that your idea or your thought can have a beginning, it can have a body, and it can have an end or conclusion. The other key competencies we need is being able to hold the past, present, and the future in mind. You need to appreciate that whatever idea you might have, someone else thought like that a while back. So do you have a flow? Is there a past regarding to your thoughts? Is there a present that you're able to establish? That is the situation now. What is the future in your mind that you're planning to achieve with? And then have an hypothesis or develop an hypothesis. What are these assumptive ideas in your mind that you're also trying to either prove or disapprove? And lastly, be what we call intelligent opportunist. An intelligent opportunist is a person who readily identified new opportunities and proactively respond to them. So that's what strategic thinking is all about. Number one, critical interpretation, system perspective, focused, understanding past, present, and future, have hypothesis, and be an intelligent opportunist. And the practice of being an intelligent opportunist is what we call intelligence opportunism. So thank you so much for staying with me to the end. And if you're still coming back to be with us, remember to subscribe. You can share the video with your classmates or friends who will be benefiting from this. And also comment, give us ideas of what you wish us to add more on our channel. Thank you for those who've been commenting once in a while, giving us new ideas, proposing topics. We really, really do appreciate. Thank you and see you in our next lesson. Bye-bye.